So Guilty Gear Strive is finally out, and I don't even have it because I am poor and broke as hell. But I've been listening to a lot of the new soundtrack, and I gotta say, Daisuke really hit it out of the park this time around. He has brought out banger after banger, and this is Daisuke, of course he did. And I thought about making a video about my top 5 favorite tracks. I thought about making a video about a tier list. So I didn't know which one to do first. I might make a video about a tier list some other time. So I thought about what are my new top 5 favorite Guilty Gear Strive tracks. I never do top 5 lists for games like this, right? And this could be a top 10 list. Honestly, this could be a top 15 list because all the songs are good. But I wanted to keep it top 5. And maybe I can lead into another top 5 if this video does well enough. So I just wanted an excuse to talk about Guilty Gear's new music because I love Guilty Gear's music. Like, Daisuke is just like some kind of being who lives in a mortal shell so he can live among us people, right? So, you know, Daisuke is a god in a human shell. So, you know, I gotta listen to his godly music and talk about his godly status on this not so godly video. This is all my opinion. Honestly, this is a top 5 list, so there's no way I'm going to be shitting on any of the songs. But I just gotta say that just in case anyone wants to talk to me about it. If you guys got your favorite songs, please put them down in the comments because I encourage discussion all the time. And if you would like this video, please watch it to the end because there's no point me telling you like and comment right before you even watch the video. I don't know why people do that, but hell, if you liked it all the way to the very end, please like and comment. So without further ado, let's move on to my top 5 songs in Guilty Gear Strive.
Will make me do crazy shit. Will I ever force you to do that? Give me my place back and I will take your special place still.
So my first choice for the Guilty Gear Strive soundtrack is The Roar of the Spark, Kaizou's theme. Now, I was really worried about what Kai's theme was going to sound like, right? We never heard his, Soul's, Axel's, May's themes for the longest time, right? Until they brought that Ultimate Edition soundtrack, digital soundtrack thing. And once I heard it, and then I just heard Under the Sacred Briars or shit, like I was like, man, I have to hear the rest of this song. Like when that part hit, I knew automatically I would love Kai's theme. And so I was like, okay, shit, I gotta wait till this goddamn theme comes out. Let's go, let's go. Everyone kept misinterpreting the lyrics as Under the Sacred Fires, which would honestly makes more sense than Briars. But anyway, so I just sat and waited. I was like, man, shit. I heard Soul's theme sounds really cool. Find Your Own Way sounds pretty cool. But then Roar the Spark, oh my god, I have to hear this. So when it finally dropped on YouTube, I heard it. I was like, oh man, Daisuke didn't even just go full on Holy Orders. I love that shit when they just bring back like themes that's like at least, you know, parts of a song that's been in the series in the past and bring it to newer themes. I love that shit. It's obvious that it's, you know, calling back to Holy Orders, but it's its own thing entirely. Like it's its own thing, but it calls back to Holy Orders, which, I mean, usually Kai's themes do that, obviously, but like at the same time, like I just love that it does that, and it sounds so good too. I never not liked Magnolia Eclair because the song was really good, but it was never my favorite Kai theme. I mean, hell, I think the only part of the song that I could vibe with and say that I really liked over the rest of the song was the beginning, the Electric Eye part. But Roar of the Spark is like a great song all the way through, man. Like it's just like Naoki Hashimoto for the life of me, I always get his name wrong, even though I know his name. Naoki Hashimoto goes great with Kai's theme. When he hits that Under the Sacred Briars part, that's when shit gets real, man. That's when shit gets real, and I love it. Like it's such a good song. It's such a good song. It fits Kai perfectly, and like I love this stuff. Like I've been waiting so long to hear Soul and Kai's themes. Like I kept thinking in the back of my head, okay, so Smell of the Game is the main game theme, but as time kept going, I kept doubting myself. I was like, shit, is Smell the Game Soul's theme? Have we been listening to Soul's theme all this time? But I was like, no, it's not. It's the main theme, obviously. But damn, Kai's theme actually came out a lot better than I thought. Like I honestly didn't know what to think of Kai's theme, you know, even before we heard the preview. So I didn't know what to say. I was like, man, shit, Kai's theme, I don't know how they're gonna Like I trusted Daisuke. Don't get me wrong. Like I even trusted him when he brought that when he brought that digital thing, the digital soundtrack preview thing, and people were just kind of clowning on like Anji's theme. They were clowning on Zato's, which I'm going to talk about later. They were doing it to Ramlethal, songs like that. So I was like, shit, man, what's Kaizou sound like? But when they brought, he was obviously the second character because he's one of the main two characters. So when I heard the Roar of the Spark, it just hit instantly. Like, damn, this song is so good, man. Like, I'm not a music expert, okay? I'm not a music expert. I can't tell you why a song just sounds cool for me for like, breaking down a song. All I can say is it sounds sick as shit, and Holy Order callbacks is always a damn good thing. Just callbacks to themes before is always a good thing. Always. 100% of the time.
Under the sacred fires, never stop, just go. I don't care how many months gotta be. Here in the pale fire, I'm going out where eyes again. I hope my path will be a guideline for someone to follow. The roar of the spark. God will make me do crazy shit. Will I ever force you to the there? Give me my place back and I will take your special place still.
Okay, so Anji's theme, Rock Parade, it's like two steps for me, right? When I heard the song for the first time on his trailer, I was like, damn, this song sounds sick. It sounds sick as shit. But when I heard the preview, I was like, oh no, what did they do? Like, it didn't have the best part, right? Like, I will admit that the previews didn't do some of the songs real well because they didn't have the best parts of the song lead into those parts so you can get a better context and hear them better. So when I heard Rock Parade for the second time on the digital preview stuff, I was like, hell no, dude. Like, I didn't want to deal with Anji's theme. But when I heard the full version, I was like, yep, this song is really good. Now, I liked Anji's previous theme, Fuga. I really did like the song. It was just not my favorite Guilty Gear song because there's like so many other ones that I liked more than Fuga. But when I heard Rock Parade, I was like, oh shit, this song sounds so good. But my favorite part is when it hits to the, I want to say kabuki stuff. I apologize, like the synth kabuki stuff. If I am no music expert in any sense of the word. I'm just saying what shit sounds like to me and repeating it back to you. But when I heard that synth kabuki shit, I was like, dude, this song, like, first of all, it caught me off surprise. Like, it immediately caught me off surprise. And yeah, I will play it, like I did with Roar of the Spark earlier. I will play my favorite parts of the song in this video just to show you what I'm getting at. But it caught me off guard. But it automatically, the song was already good. But when I heard that part, it just made it way better. Like, I heard it and I was like, what the shit? Like, I went back in that specific part again and again and again and again and again just to hear it again because that part is so good. Like, it came flat out of nowhere and threw my ass off because I was expecting Anji's theme to be the same way it was the entire time, like the Rock Parade that it was the whole time. First of all, having Anji's theme called Rock Parade does not fit him. He's not like Rock Parade sounds like a theme you'd give Soul, like a name at least, or like someone who's not Anji. Like, I don't look at the name Rock Parade and think of Anji. I don't think of that. Like, it's like Rock Parade. Like, I don't see that name and think, oh yeah, that belongs to Anji. Like, it's the name that throws me off. But the song is good. And I might as well just talk about the names of the soundtracks while I'm at it. Like, the names for these soundtracks in this game are not very good to me. Like, I know it's, stupid to start whining about names for songs, but when I think about Guilty Gear's history and all the cool names it has for its songs, like, Stride just feels so weird, It feels so plain, Like, I look at songs like, Alone Infection, or, what was it? Alone Infection, Trigger, Find Your Own Way, Play the Hero, Disaster of Passion. Actually, Disaster of Passion is a good name. Love the Subhuman Itself is a good name. It's like some of these songs, Crawl, Requiem. Like, I get it. I get the names. Definitely get the names. But they sound just too normal. Like, just too normal. We came far from the days of Zato's theme, Black Blank, blah blah blah. Like that's a dumbass name. But yeah, it makes sense and it sounds, it's memorable. like freaking Vals's theme, Destructive Goodwill. That's a memorable theme that doesn't sound like it came from a random word generator. But yeah, Rock Parade, damn good song, and yeah, of course I'm gonna be playing my favorite part of the song for you guys. So I really do love Trigger, aka Giovanna's theme. I am disappointed that there's no eye to eye part. Looking at the lyrics, I saw it was actually saying I. Actually, no, Naoki was actually saying I do I instead of I to I, which I get it. Like Giovanna's doing her own thing, I do I, but like eye to eye just made more sense. Like eye to eye, keep it real. You know, like it's like she's being straight up forward with you. Like, don't make a big deal out of me. Like, that fit way better than I do I. I was like, oh. Like, I just didn't like that when I read the lyrics. I was like, God, shit, no. I kept thinking it was something else the entire time, but yeah. First of all, Giovanna's theme sounds like Sabotage by the Beastie Boys, and I love Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. I love it so much that I constantly hear it replayed on goddamn TV all the time on Adult Swim for some reason, but the point is, yeah, Giovanna has a really sick theme. It sounds so different from what Daisuke would normally do, and I say that as a BlazBlue fan who comes from music that Daisuke you never hear in Guilty Gear, right? Like, maybe 2 songs from, actually maybe 3, right? Maybe 3 songs from the entirety of BlazBlue could fit into Guilty Gear, and you could probably not notice. That could be Walpurgisnacht, Jaeger, and Dissonance. Those are 3 songs that I personally believe that could fit into Guilty Gear, you would never know. But like, there's not just 3 songs in BlazBlue, there's a ton of other songs in BlazBlue. So you can definitely tell how different from Guilty Gear BlazBlue's music is, and I like Daisuke for that, because you can definitely hear the same composers, but 2 distinct sounds, and that happens a lot in video games and stuff like that. But like, it's Daisuke we're talking about, the hard rock maniac that he is, hard rock metal, you know. But like, Giovanna's theme just sounds so good. Honestly, I'm not an expert on various types of rock music or metal music. I apologize, because when people say progressive, I'm like, shit, I don't even know what that sounds like. So like, when I know what it sounds like, but like, when I think of it off the top of my head, I don't. You know, like when someone tells me, "Oh, this is new metal," I'm like, I don't know what that is. It's heavy metal. It's new metal. Like I don't get it off the bat. I'm not a music expert. I love listening to music, but I haven't learned enough to learn about it. But Giovanna has a really good theme. My only gripe with the theme is I personally believe that the female singer Aisha should have sung this song. You know, like Naoki's not bad, but there are some points where I just like. I feel like it would have been better with a female singer, or at least have him layered over Aisha. Like, I know they didn't want to probably reveal her so early, because when May came out with Aisha singing, that was a big surprise, and her theme became an immediate meme off the bat. So it kind of bums me out, though. Like, I mean, Naoki's a good singer, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it would be like Trigger would have been better with a female singer. You know, like, I'm not saying that the female singers have to do the female character songs, because Naoki did Requiem that sounded pretty good, but I don't know. I just feel like it would fit better for Giovanna. For some reason, I just feel like, you know, Naoki have to have his voice a little bit higher pitched to, you know, give the whole feminine idea of it. You know, like splash, splash, splash. Like it don't sound right with him. You know, like I honestly couldn't believe that Aisha could have done a better job. But the song is good. Don't get me wrong. The song is really, really good. I would have just personally loved the female singer more. But I mean, it's too late now. Whatever, but yeah, Trigger's a damn good song. I've talked more about shit outside of Trigger than actually Trigger. So Love the Subhuman Self is like one of the sickest themes I've ever heard for a female character ever. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. Daisuke straight up gave Milia a final boss theme. Like, when you hear the name Milia Rage, you hear rage in this song, at least at some points. Like, this song has so many cool points. I've already said this so many times on Twitter, but the first minute of this song is like the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, it's so clean. Like, there's something about it. I think it's just like the singing, like the Aisha singing along with the beats of the song going along with it in the first minute. That's my favorite part. Again, I'm not very good, stuff like that. I can always say this. Maybe it's synth and drums. I don't know. I'm dumb. Again, I am dumb at music shit. But what it sounds like to me is synth and drums, and I hear it, and I'm like, shit, this song. It sounds so cool in the first minute. Like, when I heard the theme for the first time, when they had Milia's theme in Zato, because they had the song split up, like that little static in Milia and Zato's trailer. I've always thought that part of the song was part of Zato's theme, but it wasn't. The whole song was Milia's. So technically, you go back to that trailer, they didn't even show Zato's theme yet until the digital trailer, digital soundtrack trailer. And like, Love the Subhuman Self is such a damn good song. Like, when I was hearing it for the first time, I was like, that bastard, Daisuke he went hard on that song. You could definitely hear he went hard, like really, like 1 ton anvil hard on this song. I don't know how to describe it any other way. This song is heavy. It's freaking metal as shit, dude. Like, this is like if Milia was like some kind of final boss of an arcade run. Like, you guys know Crawl, right? You know Crawl, that song that plays against Nagori Yuki in the arcade mode? Yeah, that shit. That's what it sounds like. That song sounds like straight up final arcade boss theme. Well, Love the Subhuman Self is final boss theme. No one can convince me otherwise. Like, you hear the freaking singer coming in. I can't remember his name. I know he sung for some of the BlazBlue LA tracks. So I can't remember his name. I think his name was James something. But he was like, you hear him coming in with his, screaming along, like, with Aisha singing, and like, I was like, damn, dude, he had to throw that in there. That's awesome. Like the song is just a banger all the way through. I never use the word banger. I never use it because I just feel weird saying it because it doesn't feel natural coming out of my mouth. But like, straight banger all the way through. Again, I can't tell you why the song sounds sick to me on a musical level, like on an expert level. All I can say is that A, it sounds like a final boss theme. B, that first minute is like the best shit ever. C, the screaming makes it cool. And D, the dude James screaming, he says the bee's knees, which in the most serious fashion ever. And I love it. I love this song, the bee's knees. Yeah, makes sense because, Milia may or may not cannot have children. So that also fits where, so like, first of all, I gotta talk about the lyrics of these songs someday. I'm not gonna do it in this video. But yeah, I have to talk about the lyrics someday. Cause like, there's songs that aren't on here that I actually like for the lyrics alone. But they'll be their own video someday. So yeah, Love the Subhuman Self, straight ass good song, straight up ass good song. I almost call it straight ass. I would have kicked my own ass for saying that. right, so I gotta say this. Again, I told you all that I love nearly all the songs in the soundtrack. There's like one song I don't vibe with, but I ain't bother want to talk about that, so I might talk about it in another video. But Let Me Carve Your Way was like a big surprise to me. It became like quickly my favorite song on the entire soundtrack. Like, no joke. Like, Zato always had cool themes, but there were nothing, none of them were any particularly my favorite. You know, like when I hear songs like Feel of Fear, I was like, okay, it's a good song, damn good song, but it's not my favorite. Or Black Blank, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's a good song, but it wasn't ever my favorite. But like, Let Me Carve Your Way, like I can't not think of this song and just like not think, like, it is so good. Like the first minute of the song is just starting off, right? You hear Naoki wailing in the background, and you hear like this distorted piano above this, you know, this heavy guitar shit. And then like you wonder, it's like, damn, that sounds messed up. But then like it actually plays later in the song, so you can hear it clearly. So you can basically say, okay, that's Zato talking, while the heavier guitar parts are Eddie, and it's just like trying to mesh the two together, you know? And I like that, because once it breaks off into that song, that part that's, you know, Queen breakdown. Daisuke loves his Queen. That Queen breakdown, it really just cements, it really tells a story without you actually having to read the lyrics. That's the one thing I like. Like, like the other songs sound good, right? You know, you can hear Faust's theme Alone Infection, and then you can hear some of the parts like, yeah, Faust isn't doing so hot, you know, in this instance. But like when I hear it clearer, you know, with Zato's theme, you know, I just hear like, first of all, it just sounds so good. Like, down in pain, I lost my mind, there's no good and bad in there. Down in gain, I lost my mind, there's no good and bad in there. And then I start screaming, vanish into dark. Like, it sounds so cool. Like, future, now, and past. Like, it all sounds so damn cool, dude. Like, first of all, to be honest, the Queen breakdown, the Frisia part, as everyone's been calling it, that's not even my favorite part of the song, honestly. That's everybody's, like, that's like, what I've heard so far, that's mostly everyone's favorite part of the song. That's not even my favorite part of the song. I mean, I love that part too, but that's not even my favorite part of the song. It's like, everything before that just sounds really good. Because when the preview came out, people were already dismissing Zato, right? Everybody was already dismissing Zato's theme. They were like, well, shit, dude, this doesn't sound like Zato at all. Where's our edgy bullshit at? And I do agree that, like, the preview did not do the song justice, honestly, because you only heard the Vanish into Dark part. Now, granted, I didn't like it either until I heard the whole song, and then it leads into it, which sounds way better. Totally way better after you know what leads into it, and it sounds really good. Like, shit, I want to sing the song, but I can't. I'm shit at singing. But I'm going to just say out my favorite parts of the lyrics. It's just like, down in pain, I lost my mind, there's no good and bad in there. Down in gain, I lost my mind, there's no good and bad in there. Vanish into dark, future now and past, vanish into dark. Like, it just sounds so good, dude. Like, oh, like like reading the lyrics. I'm not gonna go to the whole lyrics, you know, this video again. That's for another video. But it's just like, you know, you just definitely hear Zato trying to like cobble together anything that's remaining of him, because when he came back, he really had no memories, right? You know, all his memories of Amelia and memories of himself were just like, were essentially gone. He was like, essentially kind of like a zombie, you know, memoryless zombie in a way. But like, hearing this song, you could definitely hear Zato trying to come back, trying to remember something about Amelia, anything, you know? And it's like, really still like killing him for, you know, just to feel this way. And I can, like, it sounds so sad, but at the same time, I can't help but like bop my head, like, yeah, shit sounds cool. Like, it gives me that same feeling like Leo's theme does, but like on a more, well, Leo's theme, okay, Hellfire, let me talk about Hellfire. I'm not gonna put it on this list, but let me talk about Hellfire. Hellfire is an upbeat song disguising itself as a call for help. Cry for help, my bad. It's like, when you read the lyrics and you understand the context of the song, that's what F's you up. You're like, well, shit. But Zato's theme just sound like it sounds like, it's like you're in a pit, right? It's like, sounds like Zato is in a pit, and then like the surface is Melia. And every time he tries to crawl out of that pit towards Belia, Eddie or something else out of his control just drags him back down. If that makes sense. Like, it honestly sounds dumb coming from me because I can't give a good example, because people out there could give ideas way better than I ever could. Like, people out there could, basically say whatever I could say, but way more coherent and way better than me just repeating random bullshit. But damn good song. Really damn good song. I just, oh man, this was an unexpected. This was an unexpected song right here. I wouldn't lie. Again, I was never too big on Zato, but like, I freaking love the guy now. I love this song. I love the guy now. Like, this shit right here just made Zato instantly one of my favorite characters. I don't even care. But yeah, that's it. That's it before I run this video way longer than it has to.
Vanish into dark. Future now and past. Vanish into dark. Waiting all mixes up. Drowning in pain, I lost my mind. There's no good about in there. Drowning in pain, I lost my mind. There's no good about in there. Vanish into dark. It is hopelessness. Feel right alive.
So that's the end of my top 5 favorite soundtracks from Guilty Gear Strive. Again, as I told you guys before, I will make another one if this video does at least decently well, for my videos at least. And I might make a video talk about lyrics someday if I'm able to, because I really do want to check them out, because damn, some of these Guilty Gear songs really have some really good lyrics. Granted, they're covered up by Naoki's Hashibo's English, but still, they're all really good lyrics that I have to read, especially Hellfire. I gotta make a whole ass video on Hellfire someday. Hellfire and Requiem. Those are 2 songs that definitely need their own videos, because those are some effed up lyrics in those songs, and I really have to talk about them. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you all next time. Hope you have a great day. Please listen to the Strive soundtrack and buy Guilty Gear Strive if you're able to, because I can't, and it bums the shit out of me, but hell, at least I have the music.